everybody. It's been a long day. I have had auditions and meetings, but Viralwavetv reached out to your girl and asked for an interview, and of course I said yes. I never miss a chance to be in the spotlight. I've always had the dream. I've always had the bug, right? You know, I come from a family that is musical. They're theatrical. My mom is a singer. I grew up around her singing with bands, and we were living in Austin, Texas at the time. So she was, you know, pretty big deal around there in the 80s. And, you know, I just remember her rehearsing all the time. And before that, you know, she was in a famous gospel group growing up. So my grandfather was a pastor. All my aunts sang, you know, so I grew up in a family of musical and theatrical people. But, you know, so she was very receptive to the bug, and she recognized the bug that hit me at a very early age. And I started doing pageants at 10 years old, I believe it was. I did my first pageant at 10 years old in Austin, Texas, and I did really well. Like, I used to take everything that I learned in school and turn it into skits and plays. And, you know, I remember doing Helen of Troy and playing like 3 different parts in the on stage, and that won me the citywide pageant, which was Young American Star at the time. So if you guys Google that, I don't even know if those guys are still around. But yeah, Young American Star was the name of the pageant at the time. So I won citywide, and I went on to win state. I competed in state, and I won that as well. And, you know, I was invited to nationals, but we could not afford it. I mean, my mom was not one of those pageant moms that spent thousands of dollars on a dress. We went to what they know as Montgomery Ward. Okay, I don't know if you guys might, I don't know who's watching this and how old you are, but yes, I don't even think those guys are around anymore. But yes, Montgomery Ward is where we went to get my dress, and it was cute. I went to Kmart to get my pictures. It was like a photo booth situation. Yes, seriously, like this is how I competed in the pageants, and I won Miss Photogenic. I won my division. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, there were moms back then that were spending thousands of dollars, but we were not in that category by any means. You know, I had to get it how I lived. I had to bring the talent, I had to bring the noise, I had to bring the pain, and I did my thing. But nationals was, you know, very expensive, and it was in Las Vegas. We were in Texas. Parents were definitely not having that. They couldn't afford it. We wanted to go very badly, but so I stopped there. And the pageant world was a little weird. You know, it did get a little weird for me. Even at a young age, I recognized that. And I, you know, not knocking anybody that's into pageantry. I'm not saying that it is a bad thing. I just am saying, with my experience as a young kid, it wasn't, I say weird in the sense of it really wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to act, and I wanted to really perform in a different way. So I could say it that way. Also, I ended up going on to do seminars in Biloxi, Mississippi. Was one of the seminars that I went to. I'm trying to remember how old I was then. So we had moved to Pensacola, Florida, which is where my mom is from. She's from Pensacola, Florida. And so we went from Texas to Pensacola, Florida, when my dad went overseas for work. And, you know, like I said, it's her hometown. But again, she recognized the bug in me. And so she put me into a modeling school. It's called Images Modeling School back then. And the teacher there, and it was primarily a modeling school. It was teaching you how to walk and how to model, and you know, how to do all that kind of stuff and take pictures. But the teacher there recognized that I was an actress, and he recommended that my mom take me to a seminar that was being held in Biloxi, Mississippi, where there were agents and such that were, you know, scouting talent from LA and New York. And we went. She took me down there. And again, I wrote a commercial. It was a milk commercial that I wrote, and it is still written down somewhere. I do not have it handy, but yes, remind me of that later. Put a pin in it, bring it back. Um, but yeah, I have it seriously written down somewhere still. And if I sit long enough, I probably can remember it. But yes, I wrote a milk commercial because the milk commercials back then were a big deal. And so I was like, all right, let me write one of those, make it funny and perform that. And so that's what I did. I performed my milk commercial and, you know, among other things, I can't even remember all the categories at the seminar. But yeah, I got the attention of a couple of agents. And long story short, I ended up in New York City. My parents, I was invited to New York City to be represented by a manager that was there. And I was signed with, my parents agreed to let me go. Ended up being signed to Abrams Artist as my agent. That was my first agent. And Suzelle Management was my first manager. And yeah, the rest is history. So that's how I started acting. Let me tell you something. Okay, let's clarify this right now. Any of my high school students that are watching this from Professional Performing Arts School, shout out to PPAS in New York City. Yes. They all know. I am Maritza, minus the mean girl stuff. Let me make that disclaimer. I am not a mean girl. I have always been a girl's girl. I've always been a people person, period. But I'm definitely not a mean girl, but I am definitely everything else. Yes, all of this. Yes, Maritza, down, baby. I have been that. Okay, I used to go to school in patent leather and fur and sequins every day. Okay, go boots. Yes, I have the pictures to prove it. All in the yearbook. So it was fabulous, to answer your question. I actually had so much fun playing Maritza. And playing the mean girl stuff, trust me, was so much fun because, you know, I can't get away with it in real life. You know, I don't want to be a mean girl in real life. But it's fun to play her. Definitely is. Definitely fun to exercise that muscle a little bit, you know? So I had a great time playing Maritza. She is over the top and crazy and, you know, just off the rocker and extra. I love a good extra. So I had a great time playing her and I really miss it. I actually do. We are like family. We speak as often as we can. Of course, everybody's, you know, busy, and as our schedules permits, we reach out if we can send a message or DM on social media, and that's all we can do. We do that. We support each other's projects as much as we can. So yes, we are definitely in contact. We are definitely like family, and I'm grateful for those relationships, and that's why I really miss the show. I really miss working with those guys, and because we used to hang out, you know, like after the show, it was I am known for cooking for everyone, so everyone would gather around in my home, and we would have our little barbecues, and me and Lisa Lisa throws down too. Let's not get it twisted. Me and her, or she and I don't know how I'm supposed to say that. I don't know it's correct. But anyway, we would go to the grocery store together. Okay. And we would gather our things and go home and throw down in that kitchen, and everybody would come over and hang out with us. So I'm known for kind of being Mama Tange, even before I was a mom. And so I really miss those guys. We genuinely have a close relationship, and yeah, even the crew, even the creator and the writers and all that. We're just, you know, one big happy family over there. So I really miss working with them. You know, and that's rare because sometimes it's really hard. You know, it's not always that good synergy or energy between, you know, castmates. So I think that's what made Taina such a good project, because we all got along so well behind the scenes. Yes, I do actually. And if you guys, some of you guys may follow me on TikTok, and if you don't, my name is I am _LaTangela on TikTok. If you guys are on there, I'm pretty much that on all platforms. But yeah, I just made an announcement. I just went live for the first time. You know, nobody knew that my page was a real page over there on TikTok. So, you know, one person asked the question, and it's crazy. You know, it opened up the floodgates. It brought everybody over to TikTok, which was amazing. And so it gave me a chance to connect with the fans, and it was just in time. Well, and I don't know. I think it's because of that. I'm not sure if it was just in time or if it was because of the new movement. But I did get a new label from Sony contacted me. I'm sorry. Let me drink some wine so I can talk right, y'all. That might help. Let me get it right. Okay, I'm tired. That's all it is. Anyway, a label from Sony contacted me, a new label actually, and I am in the process of closing that deal, trying to figure out what I'm going to do. But to answer your question, yes, I do sing. It's just one of those things that I didn't like pursue 100%. You know, like I do sing and I love to sing. And my experience with music has been different than acting. And I was actually more heavily into the music than I was into the acting thing. And I mean, I loved both equally, but I have run into so many roadblocks, so many walls with the acting thing. And it seemed to be slow for me at one point. So I was primarily focused on the music, and I had a lot of record deals on the table. There was a lot of stuff going on with the music that just sort of had me a little bit jaded, you know. And I had been in the studio a few times and, you know, tried to come up with music that I just wasn't really satisfied with. And I said, you know, I love to sing, I love to write. If the opportunity presents itself, then I definitely will. And it works for me, you know, I definitely will. So this opportunity presented itself, and I'm really excited about it, y'all. I really am. I just feel like it's good timing, and I'm involving my supporters, my fans, everybody that is, you know, been rocking with me for so many years. I'm involving them and their opinions and their feedback, and I just really want to get it right and really want to give them something that they've been waiting for, something that they want, something that they're going to enjoy. So yes, I do still sing, and I cannot wait to craft a project that, you know, you guys hopefully will really, really enjoy. And I'm going to take my time, though. I'm going to take my time because I feel a little rusty. I'm not sure, you know, which direction to exactly go with this whole thing, but I'm excited about it, and I know it's going to be great, and it is divine timing, so I'm not going to question it too much. Well, I halfway answered that question because the girl's got a lot going on. There's a lot going on over here. So that's one thing. The little music thing is one thing. But I am also the founder and inventor of a product called Grease Bags, which you guys may have seen me on Shark Tank with. I was featured on Shark Tank with my product. And yeah, it is an eco-friendly way to dispose of your grease, all things grease. So, you know, from cooking oil to changing the oil on your car, Grease Bags is all the way biodegradable and compostable. It is great for the environment. Grease is it's a big problem, and people really don't know. So half of my job is the education of doing better and disposing of your grease and your oils properly. So we will not get into that lecture. Make sure you follow me on all social media platforms because we'll get into it. Trust, because you guys need to know. You need to be up to speed on this, okay? Even if you don't buy a grease bag, you need to do better. So follow me. Anyway, that's another thing that I'm working on. On top of that, I wrote a children's book, an anti-cyberbullying children's book. It is available on Amazon, called Military Brats with a Z. And I've toured many schools and done a lot of press because the cyberbullying issue is really, really, really serious when it comes to our youth. And, you know, they're getting younger, and they're jumping on the internet, I should say, at a very young age. And so this book just teaches self-empowerment and a little bit of cyber safety at the same time, and just, you know, kind of how to handle those guys when those trolls, when they come out of nowhere. You know, we need to teach these kids how to empower themselves. So that's what my book is about, and that is available on Amazon as well. And yeah, so I'm still acting, I'm still auditioning. Like I said, I had some auditions earlier, so I'm hoping for another role soon, or another project that you guys can see me in. If you guys did not see me in Girl in the Closet. I did that film recently on Lifetime, where I co-starred with Tammy Roman and Remy Ma. I played their sibling. It's an amazing movie. It is an amazing movie. Tammy Roman is up for an Emmy for that role because she absolutely killed it. She ate it alive. Trust me when I tell you. Trust me, guys, girls, everybody, please watch Girl in the Closet on Lifetime. They've been playing it a lot, but you guys, I'm sure, can find it. Please go find it, and please go check that movie out. And yes, I am in that. You guys can see me in that. It's an amazing film, and I'm so grateful to be a part of such an amazing project. So, yes, so I recently did that. Again, I'm still auditioning. I also have a production company with one of my child star friends, Leon Frierson. Lee Boy TV. You guys can find him on YouTube at Lee Boy TV, and Instagram and TikTok as well, I believe. So all platforms, Lee Boy TV, and I think it might be Leon Frierson on Facebook. But anyway, we have a production company together. We started a page, Child Star Central. So it's a place where you can go and find all your favorite child stars and see what they're up to now. Like right now. I mean, a lot of people don't know where to find me. A lot of people don't know what I'm up to. And that is the truth for a lot of my friends, a lot of child stars out there. So we're trying to connect those dots. We're trying to be the bridge between then and now for child stars. And a lot of us got a lot going on, you know, and so that is definitely a central place where you can go check it out. You know, we have a lot of other things in the works behind the scenes. I'm not going to overwhelm you guys with everything that I have going on, because trust, it's a lot. It's a lot. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Okay. Okay. So you guys make sure you follow so you can stay tuned of everything I have going on. I promise you, it is a plethora and it just keeps coming. And I'm so grateful for it, especially in this climate. It's hard out here in these streets. So I'm grateful for everything that I have going on. I'm gonna drink on this. I'm gonna tell you guys my top fave actors, and then I'm gonna try to give you a project to go with it. Because in case there are any actors watching this, you guys need to go check them out. Like, they're great study tools. I know sometimes it's hard to stay in classes financially or because of your schedule or whatever. And so in those in-between times, you know, it's great to just study. One of my favorite things to do is study other actors' projects, their movies and their series, whatever, and just get some tips and techniques from them. And it's very helpful. So let's see. Miss Cicely Tyson. Who's Cicely? Okay, yeah, Cicely touches my soul. Okay, Cicely Tyson. If you guys have not seen her play Harriet Tubman in A Woman Called Moses, you have to see it. You have to see it. Oh my God, you have to see that. Cicely Tyson is so amazing to me. Of course, you guys, of course, Sounder, her performance in Sounder as well. Whatever happened to Miss Jane Pittman? If y'all don't know, y'all need to get up to speed. Y'all need to get up to speed. I'm telling you. My mother was great. My mother taught me well because I watched these movies as a little girl and they touched my soul as a little girl. And they still do to this day. So rest her soul, Miss Cicely Tyson. You were a queen. So definitely Cicely. Angela Bassett. Miss Angela Bassett. Mrs. Angela Bassett. I don't know what she wants to be called. Queen. Another queen. What's love got to do with it? Let me tell you something. She did not mimic Tina. She did not mimic Tina. She became Tina. Okay? She absolutely absorbed that woman. Angela Bassett was an amazing choice to play Miss Tina Turner. Rest her soul as well. Oh my God, all the greats are gone. What is happening? Anyway, I digress. Angela Bassett played the hell out of that role. She really did. I mean, I don't even feel right saying she played that role. She was that role. She was that. What? Yes, Angela, Miss Bassett. I don't want to be disrespectful. I love Angela. I love her. So that was an amazing, amazing portrayal. Miss Whoopi Goldberg. Okay, Whoopi. We forget what she gave us in The Color Purple. We forget that. We watch The View and we forget The Color Purple. Listen. The Color Purple. Sister Act. Sister Act? Like, y'all forget about Miss Whoopi. Jumping Jack Flash. See, y'all, we can go in. We can go in. She's amazing. So that's what, 3? Did I use up 3 already? Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. And I know there's all women so far, but I'm there. I love my men. I love my men too. And I only got 2 left. Wait. Okay, I need a bonus. Because Sissy Spacek, the coal miner's daughter, another woman, but fire, y'all have to know about us. You have to know about this feminine energy out here in these streets. No, Miss Sissy Spacek, and she's still out here kicking it. I think Night Sky was the latest series I saw her in on Amazon, but I love Sissy Spacek. Carrie, stop playing with me. Yeah, the greats. So my last 2, because that was my bonus. I threw Sissy in. I don't know why it's my bonus. I'm cheating. I know you said 5, but okay, I threw a bonus. I can't. And there's more, but I'm going to have to cram it in with 2 more, and I got to throw some men in there. I love the versatility of Tom Hanks, for sure. I love him in Road to Perdition because it's a different role than I'm used to seeing him in, and he killed it. Like, subtly, like he didn't overdo it by any means. He just did it, and he was fire, and he was gangster. So I really, really enjoy him in that. And of course, his comedy, his comedy movies were great as well. But that one, I don't know, it's something about that role in Road to Perdition that was like, okay, so I see you. But Jeffrey Wright, let me tell you something. One of the most underrated actors of all time that can do anything under the sun. This man is a shapeshifter. I'm convinced. I'm not even going to give you one project because that would be an insult. I'm going to need you to go to IMDb and run through that man's catalog because I need you to see him transform from one entity to the next. I need you to see this man be completely different people, completely different nationalities. Listen, I know he has a wife, Miss Tandy Newton. See, our last names are close to Newsome. I digress. It's not what I'm talking about here. I'm just telling you, no disrespect, because I love that man. I love that man. I cannot wait for the day that we get to work together. I am manifesting that as we speak. You notice I didn't say just meet him. No, ma'am. No, sir. We're going to work together because I need to absorb his energy. We need to be on set together. Jeffrey Wright, if you are watching this, if you happen to catch a glimpse, even in your interviews, we just hear. We just on one accord. And I honestly am in love with your body of work. And I love versatility. And that is what I strive to be as an actress. I know you guys have kind of seen me on one plane, but I am striving and I have dreams of playing certain roles so that I can stretch this muscle as far as it goes. And you guys can see me transform the way Mr. Jeffrey Wright does, that man right there. So yes, that is my top 5. You guys go look all of them up if you have not seen any of the movies that I dropped. Please go see them. Do yourself a favor. Enlighten yourself. Okay. I have been fighting for a reboot before the reboot was a reboot. Okay. Facts. Got a few people that can vouch for me on that. I don't know, guys. I don't know why the network has not heard the bells ringing of the many supporters across the world that have been tagging them and in every Taina post that is going viral and hanging off the rooftop, screaming and yelling that they want to reboot. And we as a cast are all ready for it. We are all here for it. We have all talked about it. We are all in love with the idea. Will it happen? I don't know, but I do pray for it. I really, really do. And I just think it would be an amazing thing. And we still have that chemistry with one another, and we're still like, all of us have so many ideas pinging. And the fans, hell, I get a breakdown a week from the fans in my DMs about what the next chapter or next phase of Taina should be. So we are so here for it. Everybody is here for it. So Nickelodeon, Paramount Plus, Netflix, Hulu, Peacock, one of you guys, make it happen. That's all I can say. But I pray for it. I don't know, guys. Love yourself. I'm in Love with Me is not just a song. It is an anthem. It is about self-empowerment. It is a real thing. And I know it presented itself as a joke on the show, but a lot of you guys got it, because a lot of you to this day send me messages about how much that song means to you. And I appreciate that so much, because it's true. You know, as women, and specifically this question was asked, you know, to be directed to the ladies. As women, you know, we give a lot. Much of us is required as mothers and wives and sisters. And I'm not saying that it's not required on both sides, but we're talking about the ladies right now. There is a lot required of us sometimes, and a lot of us are just nurturers by nature. I am one. But we have to remember to give to ourselves first. Because if you do not love yourself first, if you do not give to yourself first, you have nothing to give to anyone else. So you must give to yourself first, and make no apologies for it. You deserve it. So I guess I'll end this by saying, I'm in love with me, so be in love with you. I'm in love with me. Now that's your cue. I'm out, guys. Good night.